The Golden Bachelorette, Joan Vassos had to start her credit card journey all over again after her late husband's death. Find out what happened. Joan Vassos lost her late husband in 2021, and she recently revealed that she had to restart some of her credit relationships from scratch. Joan, who recently celebrated her 62nd birthday, was married to Joan Vassos for 32 years before he passed away in 2021. They had 4 children together, and Joan had always expected to grow old with John. Sadly, as Joan would discover, life doesn't always go as planned. After John passed away in 2021, Joan had to pull herself up off the ground and start her life again. After appearing as a contestant on The Golden Bachelor Season 1, Joan was cast as the Golden Bachelorette. She spent the season dating 24 very eligible golden men, including Chuck Chappell, a 60-year-old insurance executive. Now, Joan is engaged to Chuck, but she remembers being newly widowed and having to restart her credit card relationships. During The Golden Bachelorette Season 1, Joan often spoke of her late husband, John. She'd made it clear that she would continue to honor him forever. His loss left a huge hole in her family, especially for his adoring children. Joan's children were concerned that Chuck would try to replace their father, but he assured them that he had no intention of doing so. During The Golden Bachelorette Season 1, Joan confessed that she had been in denial about his cancer diagnosis, which she always believed he'd beat. While he was sick, he sat Joan down and made her promise that she wouldn't spend the rest of her life mourning him. He wanted her to find love again. It was the greatest gift John could have given Joan because it gave her permission to find Chuck. Joan recently posted an Instagram story about how her credit card company responded to John's tragic 2021 death. According to Joan, after many decades of a good relationship, American Express closed her joint account, took away all the miles earned, and made her start from the bottom credit tier again. The Golden Bachelorette couldn't believe they were treating her that way after such a long-term relationship, but life as a widower is full of injustices. The Golden Bachelorette. Signs: Joan Vassos Chuck Chappell. Have given up on long-distance relationship plan, full-time Wichita. Life might not be the way to go. Stars Joan Vassos and Chuck Chappell have been engaged in a long-distance relationship for months, but their dynamic may not be sustainable. Joan and Chuck met through the dating competition, with their shared interests, humor, and values evident on their first date. Chuck quickly established himself as a seasoned frontrunner, and his relationship with Joan strengthened over time. By the finale of The Golden Bachelorette Season 1, Joan's choice was clear. Chuck was awarded the final rose, and he proposed. Since their reality TV stint, Joan and Chuck have kept busy with constant traveling. The couple bounces from state to state while pursuing professional and recreational opportunities. While these travels allow Joan and Chuck to meet up often, their busy schedules have put constraints on their time together. Joan has been visiting Chuck's hometown in Kansas frequently. She may be reconsidering her decision to stay in Maryland. However, if she does relocate, she may regret this sacrifice and resent Chuck. Joan has made the effort to meet with Chuck and his social network in his hometown. When she visited Wichita, Kansas, in late February, Chuck took Joan to a reunion to meet some friends. In a video posted to Joan's Instagram, she connects with several guests. Joan seems genuinely excited to meet the people who've worked alongside her fiancé. These connections could be as fruitful for Joan as they are for Chuck. Joan has been traveling frequently on behalf of the relationship, and this excursion was no exception. The star is embracing everything that Chuck holds dear. Chuck has been very vocal about his adoration of Wichita, and Joan seems to share his sentiment. This trip wasn't her first social visit, as Joan flew to Kansas in January. On this trip, Chuck took Joan to his favorite spots. The various pictures posted to Joan's Instagram, in which they beam with happiness, illustrate Chuck's connection to the city. He was ecstatic to share his home with the woman that he loves. Joan seemed equally excited about the opportunity. Kansas may be lingering on her mind, but the big move may not be best for the reality star. Chalk has made it clear he would be unwilling to move for good. Chalk built an empire for himself in Kansas, as he owns 3 houses in Wichita and its surrounding areas. Chalk also comes from a long line of insurance professionals and has not broken tradition. According to Chalk's LinkedIn, he originally owned CIG Insurance, but sold the company in 2020. Chalk then established Insurance Services Group, a full-service insurance agency local to Wichita. Chalk's love of Wichita has seeped into his online content. The executive posted an Instagram video in mid-February discussing his favorite aspects of the city. He's talked about Kansas's affordable housing and activities and mentioned Joan is hooked on the area after getting a $40 hour-long massage. Chalk may be trying to sell Joan in the area. Some fans are second-guessing Chalk's intentions, with one comment reading, "Old man set in his ways. Forget changing his mind, Joan." It seems their audience isn't confident that Chalk would be flexible for the relationship. Joan may have to bite the bullet if the couple wants to move in together. This would complicate things, as Joan has roots in her hometown of Rockville, Maryland as well. Joan is willing to make sacrifices for their relationship, as she frequently visits Chalk but doesn't want to move entirely. Joan and Chalk bonded over their shared prioritization of family. Subsequently, neither party wants to move away from their support systems. Chalk's children have moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, but Joan's family still resides locally. Even if her children weren't an easy commute, Joan's 92-year-old mother, Mary, lives in a local senior home. Joan is concerned about her mother's health, as evident in episode 3, when she gets a phone call regarding Mary's respiratory issues. In this episode, Joan admits Joan would never leave her family behind, especially considering her mother's age. If Joan were to move to Kansas, she might regret the decision. The Golden Bachelorette may be feeling pressure from outside sources, but she must remain true to herself. Bachelor fans may not see a large commitment like relocation for some time.